Welcome children to SV Union High School and Junior College Pune. We will be learning Standard 9th English course book 3.1 poem Silver, written by Walter de la Mare. Let's know something more about the poet. Walter de la Mare, 1873 to 1956, was born in Charlton, Kent. He was a leading poet of the Georgian period, with volumes like The Listeners, Motley, The Whale. He wrote poetry, short stories for younger readers. Peacock Pie, a collection of poems for children, is considered now as a 20th century classic. So let's start learning about the word meanings. Beams, here a group of rays of moonlight. Casement, a window that can be opened from one side. Coat, a small shelter for birds. Gleam, to shine with a bright reflection of light. Moveless means still, motionless. Reed means tall, thin grass which grows in groups near water bodies. Scampering, to run quickly taking small steps. Shoon, shoes. Thatch, a roof made up of straw, reed. Let's learn the poem now. The name of the poem is Silver. The poet Walter de la Mare, very well known for writing for the young children. We have already come to know that Peacock Pie, a collection of his poems which was written for children, is now considered as a 20th century classic. So you can imagine what he has written into this poem. Silver. Slowly, silently, now the moon walks the night in her silver shone. This way and that she peers and sees silver fruit upon silver trees. So children, in this poem, Silver, the poet describes the beauty of a moonlight night during the night time. You can see here very naturally the poet has used the word silver 8 times in the whole poem, and it describes us the night time when the moonlight covers, or wherever the moonlight goes, it covers all the objects in the darkness of night. In the whole poem, the poet describes the beauty of this moonlight. He talks about the moon as if it is a woman walking slowly, silently and quietly in the night. He says that the shiny silver light of the moon is the shoes. The poet beautifully describes how everything in his surroundings appears to be silver in color due to the reflection of the shiny moonlight in the darkness. He says that the trees and the fruits on them are silver. Let's continue reading the poem. One by one, the casements catch her beams beneath the silvery thatch. Couched in his kennel like a dog, with paws of silver sleeps the dog. So here the windows beneath the roofs of the buildings, which reflect the bright light of the moon, also appear to be silver. The poet also talks about a dog sleeping in his kennel and how his paws that are slightly exposed to the moonlight look silver in color. From their shadowy coat, the white breasts peep of doves in a silver feathered sleep. So the dove birds which sleep in their shelter, their white feathers also dazzle like silver under the moonlight. The poet talks about harvest mouse. A harvest mouse goes scampering by with silver claws and a silver eye, and moveless fish in the water gleam by silver reeds in a silver stream. So now the poet talks about a harvest mouse which is running around in the street at the middle of the night. The mouse looks like it has silver eyes and silver paws. The water in the stream nearby reflects moonlight and it also appears silver. Not just the water, but the fish sleeping inside and the long grass growing along the stream also appear to be silver. The darkness of the night is taken over by the bright and shiny moonlight that turns everything that it touches into silver color. The poem is a sonnet. It is a 14-line sonnet. It follows a rhyming pattern of AA, BB, CC, DD, EE, FF, GG. And with this rhyme scheme, the poem conforms to the known clair or line-rhymed sonnet form. It was named by the poet John Clare. And Clare's work often followed the metrical pattern of iambic pentameter. But here the poet Walter de la Mare has chosen to diverge from tradition and utilize a variety of different syllabic patterns. If you see, the first four lines contain 8 syllables, but others stretch to 9 or even 10. So we should know, as a reader we should know, we should make a note of the repetition that has been utilized in this piece. The poet has chosen to repeat the word silver, and we have learnt that of almost 8 times he has used the word silver, and he has used it at least once within each rhyming couplet. There are also moments of internal rhyme and half rhyme. This can be seen most prominently in the first 4 lines with the use of the word slowly, silently, even peers, sees, etc. The poem begins with the speaker stating that the light of the moon is casting down on earth, and this is occurring while she, the moon, moves slowly through the sky. The moon is taking its time, choosing to look at everything on earth while she has the chance. Some of the creatures and objects that are spotted and therefore cast in silver light are the casements of windows, doves, a dog, then sleeping fish. These creatures and objects are perfectly mundane, actually ordinary. There is nothing remarkable about them during the day, but at night they are enhanced and they are made more beautiful. And this is what we learn through this poem, children. We can understand that we have to make a note that the poet has chosen the least remarkable of all subjects for this poem. They are enhanced and they made more important by their closeness to the light of the moon. Actually, the poem does not discriminate between different objects or animals. For example, you can take the mouse. The mouse has been made more beautiful by its silver claws, silver eye. So we need to understand over here that it was Walter de la Mare's intent to make a reader rethink the value of all these everyday organisms or inanimate objects underneath a night sky. Another feature of all these objects that are mentioned in the poem they are moveless. They do not show any kind of movement in them. The whole poem is a personification, we can say. So personification, repetition, simile, alliteration, these are the figures of speech that are used effectively in this poem. There is a very prominent rhythm to the first 4 lines as well. You can read the poem just to find it out. But this diverges somewhat as the poem continues. But all the lines range around the same number of words and syllables, unifying the text. And this is something amazing about this poem. The poet describes the impact of the silver light of the moon. So this way, children, we have learnt the poem Silver. Children, now you need to read the poem, then learn rhyming words, rhyming scheme, poetic devices like personification, alliteration, simile, repetition, etc. Also the poetic appreciation, and then go through the textbook activities. Thank you.